What's up, people? You are back to IT. Thanks for joining me again. Please like, share, and subscribe to my video. Today's video is going to be about certifications. If you need help deciding on what is the right certification for you, then this video is for you, okay? Stay tuned.
We're going to start with Microsoft because it's the site I'm most familiar with. And I'm going to just show you how to select the certification for you. The first thing you want to do is, what are your interests? What are you interested in? Compare that to your current skill set. Let's say, for example, you're interested in something in the data field, okay? And you want to get involved in something with the data field, and then so on the Microsoft certifications here, you'll take a look at something like data scientist, data engineer, and click on these and actually get it. They give you a little brief summary. Data engineers design and implement the management, monitoring, security, and privacy of data using the full stack of data services. So they kind of give you an idea of what this certification entails. So it's always good to look down here. You'll see this is not really a prerequisite because it says it's an optional start for those new to Azure. And this is the actual certification. One thing you want to keep in mind that when you do a certification like a Microsoft certification or AWS or Google Cloud certification, once you do those certifications are going to certify you with their own product personally. So it kind of boxes you in to their product. So you're kind of boxed in because you become a specialist of their product. Just keep that in mind. Of course, there are things that can be transferred to any provider, but I don't know. I think that if you get a whole lot of Microsoft certifications and you try to get a job at Google, I can imagine them feeling some type of way, and you may not get that interview. But if you decide, let's say you decide to use Microsoft, just know that you don't have to know the fundamentals for all these certifications. Like this one, for example, for a data engineer, they don't require you to take the fundamentals. And one of the things I think the reason for that is because this particular certification, they're expecting you to already have some experience in the industry. If you go down and read, a candidate for the Azure Data Engineer Associate Certification should have subject matter expertise integrating, transforming, and consolidating data from various structured and unstructured data systems into structures that are suitable for building analytic solutions. So they're already expecting you to have experience, and they're probably expecting you to have at least a couple of years maybe of experience doing this. So that if you're experienced, they're not going to require you to take a fundamental certification. They're basically saying you need to be experienced in order to even pass this certification. So they're assuming whoever is taking this certification is experienced. So that's why they're saying you don't need to take the fundamental exam as a prerequisite to it. It says here you will earn this you earn this certification if you complete one of the following options. Now they're saying you had to complete two other options. Now this one is retiring. This is DP203. Now this one is still open. So let's see, DP300. This is the actual certification. So I think this is old because as of June, all of these will be out. So if you're looking to get into this field or you're looking to get certified before June, I would wait, to be honest with you, because this right now, it looks like you will earn the certificate. Right now, it looks like DPT 200 and DPT 201 is required. I think what they mean is you can either take those or just take the one. Now, who would take two separate certifications over just taking one? I don't understand the logic behind that, but it is what it is. So you can get a good idea. What I would do is go to, oh, here it is. Okay. So just scroll down and you can actually skim through. Now this says beginner. I would skim through it and just kind of review the information. I do personally believe that someone can pass an exam like this without experience if you're like really, really good. But you can just kind of go through it to get an idea of what this certification entails before you even sign up to take the certification. And you'll know if it's something that you're interested in based on what it's talking about, because it's going to talk about concepts and information and related to being a cloud data engineer. This is going to be for the cloud, for Microsoft Azure. So just keep that in mind. And also with this certification, a candidate for this certification must have solid knowledge of data processing languages such as SQL, Python, or Scala. And they need to understand parallel processing and data architecture patterns. So it's interesting because I have, um, I know how to program in SQL. I don't say program. SQL is not a programming language, but I know I know some SQL. I know Python. I know what parallel processing is and some data architecture patterns, but I don't have the experience. So I probably, if I wanted to take this exam, I wouldn't take it right now because I would wait till I got some experience because, I know that I don't feel like wasting a whopping $165, which is not really that much, to be honest. It's not that much. But this is how I pick an exam. You got to start by knowing what you're interested in doing. If you're interested in working with data, then this is a good option. Let's go back. There's administrator. If you're looking to be a Microsoft administrator, you may want to look into this certification here. Engineer, artificial intelligence, if that's interesting, if you like security. So I think the career paths are better because it just doesn't have you all over the place trying to piece together skills, and it makes sure that you have the appropriate skills. But keep in mind, it makes sure that you have the appropriate skills for their product. So this is specifically, it's interesting how companies are offering certifications. They're charging you to kind of train yourself on their product. It's actually a brilliant way to, once you really think about it, that's a brilliant way to actually get people to train themselves on your product. So I just think that's a great idea. So let's look over to AWS. Now, AWS, I'm not as familiar with this site as Microsoft, of course, because I did take the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals exam and the Microsoft Database Fundamentals. Okay, so as you can see here, I like the way they just lay out all the certifications right here, and you get a good, clean view of the certifications. You got Solutions Architect, DevOps Engineer, and this is AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate. So this is Solution Architect Professional. That's a difference. DevOps Engineer Professional versus System Ops Administrator, AWS Administrator Associate. I keep forgetting to see the associate part at the bottom. And notice how they got associate much smaller than the professional. I think that's interesting. And the foundational certification is Cloud Practitioner. 6 months of fundamentals, AWS, cloud, and industry knowledge. That's interesting. 6 months. I know when I took Microsoft Azure Fundamentals, it took me like 5 weeks to prepare for that certification. So I guess they're requiring that you have 6 months of experience or something which is kind of crazy to me, for fundamentals. Someone can learn the fundamentals without having any experience. Fundamentals is supposed to be on a level where you have no knowledge of it. It's the latest. Take your AWS certification exam from home. Okay, yes, that's what. Okay, so then it shows you how to get started, prepare, and some resources here. And it would look like with AWS, they get you right to the point. But as I stated with Microsoft, you want to get an idea of what you want to do. Make sure that you're researching. Make sure that you make your decision on what certification you choose to get based on what interests you. What do you like to do in this industry? That's very important. What you enjoy. Don't make a decision based on salary. Don't get into the pattern of you'll end up unhappy but making good money. Don't end up doing that. Don't do that to yourself. Find something that you enjoy doing. And I do understand there are people who like everything. You may like everything, but find what you love to do. I like a lot of things, but I love working with data. So I would personally choose something like data analytics or some database, AWS database specialty certification. I have no interest in machine learning, even though I think it's a dope field. I think it's very trendy and it's the popular thing right now. Security I have an interest in, but not as much as data. Networking, like I said, not as much as data. You got to really know who you are and what you like. So with AWS, you can either get the associate or professional certifications. Professional, 2 years of comprehensive experience designing, operate. So they're basically telling you in order to even apply, you had to have 2 years of experience. Associates, you had to have 1 year. For foundation, you need 6 months. And that's what I really don't agree with. But like I said, this video isn't necessarily critiquing these companies, but I just think that's crazy. If your foundation, you need to have 6 months of experience in the cloud to get a foundational knowledge on your product, that's just retarded to me. The purpose of foundation is so that you can get foundational knowledge so that you can possibly go into the industry. A lot of people don't really, I don't know, some of these companies don't really think about it, but I just wanted to do a quick review. I didn't.
All right, people. I hope you enjoyed the content. Hope you enjoyed the video for today. And I hope that you can make a better informed decision on how to go about getting that next certification. So until next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video. That's the only way. No, I'm just playing. Share the video, post a comment below. All right. See you next time.